Some of America's closest allies are parting ways with President Trump and Israel over the war in Gaza. The UK, Canada, Australia, Portugal, and others now say they will recognize a Palestinian state for the first time, calling for an end of the war in Gaza and the release of all hostages.
In the face of the growing horror in the Middle East, we are acting to keep alive the possibility of peace and a two-stage solution.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu slamming the move, calling it a reward for terrorism, going on to say bluntly, it will not happen. A Palestinian state will not be established west of the Jordan River. Netanyahu saying during a cabinet meeting Sunday that he plans to meet privately with President Trump during the UN General Assembly this week. Trump opposes recognizing a Palestinian state, but overnight on Air Force One said this.
I'd like to see a diplomatic solution. There's a lot of anger and a lot of hatred, you know that. And there has been for a lot of years. This is not something new, but hopefully we'll get something new. We're studying Gaza and dealing with Gaza very strongly. That's a real mess.
The UN General Assembly voted to allow the president of Palestine to address the gathering of world leaders. His speech will happen virtually after the Trump administration declined to grant him a visa. As President Trump gets set to address hundreds of world leaders at the UN General Assembly on Tuesday, law enforcement is rethinking and expanding security. ABC News joining NYPD counterterrorism officers as they patrolled the streets near the UN headquarters in New York and saw the hundreds of armored SUVs used to shuttle dignitaries around the city.
It's a lot of cars. Yeah. I mean, the logistics piece that goes with this national special security event is huge. This is just one piece of it.
Law enforcement say they plan to deploy more drones than ever, alongside thousands of officers and federal agents on the ground, in the air, and on the water. Nicole D'Antonio, ABC News, Washington.
Okay, shalom, shalom. Kwam yasa Allah, koholoimla, Yahweh. H.I.M, Yahweh Shai, H.I.M, but honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. And then by the Spirit taught us this beautiful truth, and just want to say the water to all the H.I.M and Aqua. Just out here sincerely keeping the laws, the statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai to the best of their ability. This is Yah Hanan Awah. Just coming at you with another quick lesson, praying that it's edifying by the Spirit. And let me just start with this Matthew chapter 12, verse 25. It says, and Yahweh Shai knew their thoughts, and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city your house divided against itself shall not stand. And if Satan cast off Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand? So, everything is unraveling. They're losing that information war as well. That's the reason why they're clamping down on that free speech. Taking over TikTok and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And they're losing that information war, man. It's not going well for them. These other countries are like, hey, look, y'all doing too much, man. We was with y'all October 7th, but okay, y'all going too damn hard, man. Y'all going too far. The people over there starving. People starting to see this shit on TV. They've been, bombing the shit out of them journalists too. Killing a lot of journalists and doctors and whatever, So these people, man, are just wicked as hell. And all of them are wicked. Even though they're trying to seem as if they just have this heart for these Palestinians and shit like that. But this is Esau. All of them are Edomites. As far as the ones that I've seen, you know what I'm saying? As far as I know, they're Edomites, you know what I'm saying? But who knows? Maybe one or two of them could be Israelites. It's not a skin color thing. But these people are just wicked as hell, man. I mean, let me get this one too, because Scripture talks about how the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Now, why do you think this guy, Benjamin Netanyahu, is going to have this private conversation with Trump? He's going to, going to put Trump on game, let him know what his ass going to do, and he's going to obey. And that's gonna be that, and you just never know, man. That's a lot of leaders, man. Coming together, as far as this UN meeting, man. So you know what I'm saying? Ain't no telling what the hell might happen. You just never can tell. These people are notorious for the flags, if you know what I'm talking about. The FALSE flags. They're notorious for that. They're notorious for taking people out of this motherfucker that they deem against them, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, they don't have no problems with none of that stuff, man. So you just never know, man. You fuck around and them very leaders that they just mentioned and fuck around and you know, something happen. Let me just say it that way. Keeping it PC, trying to keep it classy here. But see, Israel, let me get this one too. No, let me get this one. Job 9:24. It says, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Right? So even though you may have other countries there, or you know, you may have some Hamites there, you know, probably some you know, maybe some people from China or Japan, places like that, you know what I'm saying? But overall, we know that Esau Edom, the so-called white man, is running things in the world. He's the one that's over everything. He's the one that's out here sanctioning every damn body. You know, telling people where they can go and where they can't go. You know, because why would you not have the Palestinian president there? You know what I'm saying? Why would you revoke his visa? Would you think he's coming here and have a damn bomb strapped to him or something? You know, why don't you, you know? And if you know, he's safer probably anyway. I mean, I can't say probably. He's damn sure safer staying his ass right there in the area that he's in. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to getting on a plane and flying here to these Americas. Because again, you know, Benjamin Netanyahu, Jew, they've been knocking motherfuckers off, boy. And so, but either way, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. They're the ones that's running this planet. Mainly, the top of the Edomites is Amalek, man. Them small hats that's over there in the land, saying that they're the holy people, and we know that they're not. But it's all going to come down to this right here. And they coming down with great wrath too, because they know that they have but a short time. They know that time is running out for them. They have to do something fast, or they're trying to wiggle the way out of this bullshit. But it's not going to happen, man. You know, the prophecy's going to play out, and they're going to play out perfectly. See, these people they're fighting against prophecy, man. And you know, the Lord said His word would not return void, man. Roughly paraphrasing, that word is going out, and it's going to do exactly what the Lord said it's going to do. So this is Jeremiah 49:20. It says, therefore, hear the counsel of Yahweh that He have taken against Edom, and His purposes that He hath purposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out, and Israel is the least of the flock. Surely He shall make their habitations desolate with them. So, because America has no friends, man. Not even Israel is you Americans' friends, man. They just a damn parasite to you people here, man. You know what I'm saying? They taxing the shit out of you. So your money is being sent to them. They're living it up while your ass is struggling off of your money. They living it up off your money. You know? Free health care, free college and shit like that, you know, and all kinds of other benefits, you know, off you taxpayers' dollars, man. And these Americans, man, they getting sick of that shit too, because I was reading in the comments, you know what I'm saying, you know, hey, these Americans, they not having it no more like that. The very first comment in here says, we as Americans are tired of Israel and America committing genocide. Because, I mean, you know, and Trump is a damn hypocrite, man. Because he was just holding these meetings in the White House and shit, talking about Ukraine. 5,000 to 7,000 Ukrainian men are being killed weekly. All that bullshit. So he cared about these grown-ass men in Ukraine that overall, you know, they signed up for the damn war. They know what they're getting into when they get on the battlefield. Well, here you go. You don't give a shit about them damn kids over there being bombed. You don't give a shit about those women that's being bombed. You know? You're not on TV talking about how horrible it is that they bombing damn schools and hospitals and, you know what I'm saying, and actual supposedly safe places where they're supposed to be getting this humanitarian aid. You're not telling this guy, Benjamin Netanyahu, Jew, to you know, allow that damn aid to come in there. The food and the medicine and all that. Don't people over there doing bad, man. And, you know, we're not rooting for Palestine, you know what I'm saying, because they some damn heathen, too. Because the ones that's left of them, you know what I'm saying, when the Lord comes, they actually going directly into captivity as well. But, you know, just pointing out the hypocrisy of these Americans, man. You know, this man is taxing the shit out of you on a weekly basis whenever you get paid and sending your money over there. You know what I'm saying? He you know, and America can't fight all these wars too, man. You know what I'm saying? They definitely are selling themselves, you know, thin right now. They done fucked over their allies. Allies don't like them, you know. Because I think with I'm trying to think yeah, because he done a lot of cuts too with as far as like well, of course, you know, he done a lot of cuts as far as money wise when it comes to you know them holding down that NATO shit and a couple other things too. You know, he cut a lot of stuff. Up there you go, a California earthquake. That's a spirit right there, man. What the Lord say, it would be earthquakes in diverse places. Right? So we living in the last days, man. You know, it's getting heated. And it's only gonna heat up even more. Because that third world's woe is gonna come, man, from these people doing what they're doing. Let's get Revelation 11 and 14, it says the second woe is past and the third woe cometh quickly. Yeah, it's going to eventually happen, man. But see, right now, you know, they're gearing up with this, you know, with you know, stomping out your rights to say anything. Israel, you know, they definitely, yeah, they about to get down. You know, we know that famine of the word is coming soon. You know, they're targeting, you know, anybody that's pretty much talking against them as hate speech type of deal. So, you know what I'm saying? You know, as the elder was saying out in Dallas, like, you know, get your mind right, man. Get your mind set for certain persecutions and affliction, man. You know what I'm saying? That's coming our way because they're going to throw us right off in the mix of that, man. You know, we're not ignorant of Satan's devices because that's really who they want to shut up anyway. You know what I'm saying? They don't you know, it's really the Israelites that stir that pot on their asses. You know what I'm saying? By the spirit and power of Yahweh H.I.M. So, again, but these Americans, they're sick and tired of Israel, you know what I'm saying? But there's nothing they can do about it. There's nothing they can do about it, man. But eventually, yeah, it's gonna be some all-out civil war in this boy, man. That Egyptian against the Egyptian. Because even like, you know, these people that went out and voted for Trump, a lot of them they starting to see what's good too. They're just starting to see what's happening, and they, you know, they looking at, okay, you ran your campaign on making America great again. Like, what the fuck are you doing? You know, giving these people so much support. You're supporting them more than you're actually supporting the American people. And they're starting to see that. They really are, man, you know, and it's only right. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the prophecy got to play out. And, you know, we're just hastening the day, man. Praying that, you know what I'm saying, Yahweh H.I.M. will have mercy on us. And that we can make it through all these things that shall come to pass, you know. Some of you should be praying for. Luke 21 and 36, I think that is. Praying that you're accounted worthy enough to make it through all the things that are come to pass, and accounted worthy enough to stand before the Son of Man, Yahweh Shai. That's the main goal right there, man. So, you know, keep your head on a swivel. Quick little lesson, you know what I'm saying? Because these people, man, they, you know, they they looking at Israel with a bold eye right now. You know what I'm saying? It ain't going too swell. And just think about it. I mean, you know, again, you can't take on the world. Just you two. You know what I'm saying? Israel too small to even take on to do anything anyway. If it wasn't for America, they wouldn't have no military might. You know, they wouldn't be able to do any of the shit that they doing if it wasn't for America. But see, America, man, you can't buck up. You can't fight against Russia, China, North Korea, who the hell else, and your allies as well. You can't fight against all these countries, man, at one time. You know, so eventually, those nukes, man, they facing this way already. They're already facing this way. They ready to, you know, and all we have to do is wait out this one major prophecy, which is that MOTB, that mark of the beauty and the beast. And they already got that in play. You know what I'm saying? Because Trump, you know, they you know, he's been talking real digital lately. And yeah, they about to get down, man. So, you know, hey, we praying that the Lord will go ahead and make this thing go ahead and jump off, man. You know, we can go ahead and, because the quicker it's done, the quicker we out of here, man. So with that, hey, I pray that the lesson was fine. From Yashal on the bubble boy.